As part of Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030, the PIF has identified the automotive sector as a critical area of focus to diversify the economy and transform it for the better. The 23rd division of the vision aims explicitly to achieve this through automotive mobility, and the PIF has already taken action with exciting projects such as Lucid and Ceer. Welcome to an exciting overview of the Private Investment Funds or PIF vision for the automotive sector and how they plan to achieve it. With distinguished panelists from PIF, Ceer, Lucid, and representatives from the Ministry of Investment and the National Industrial Development Center, we'll review what they discussed in the latest private sector forum. But the PIF can't do this alone, and they're inviting the private sector to join them in investing in these opportunities. The PIF has announced 2 original equipment manufacturer or OEM projects that will establish a sustainable manufacturing base for private sector investment. This means private investors have tremendous opportunities to join OEMs through the value chain. The National Industrial Strategy also focuses on the automotive sector, intending to localize 2 to 4 OEMs in Saudi Arabia by 2035, with plans to produce around 400,000 vehicles locally. But it's not just about the cars themselves. The PIF also has a mandate to localize a significant part of the bill of material for electric vehicles in Saudi Arabia. The target is to initially reach 30% localization, which will eventually increase to 35%, and eventually target 60% local content towards the steady state. Saudi Arabia has an active support system for the automotive and electric vehicle sectors, with incentives, support systems, and products offered by various government entities. This means investors can set up jobs locally and become part of this exciting investment wave. Lastly, the PIF has identified hundreds of components of electric vehicles from Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3, up to the raw materials. They invite all interested investors to join them and participate in this exciting industry. As part of the plan to localize electric vehicle manufacturing in the kingdom by 2025, the PIF focuses on creating opportunities for suppliers to invest in the Tier 2 level of the value chain, working closely with Tier 1 suppliers and OEMs. Specifically, the PIF is seeking investment in producing cables for high and low voltage electric vehicles, which will be used in the wiring harness. To ensure the success of this initiative, the PIF has conducted detailed financial and return analysis for each opportunity, as well as identifying potential technology partners. Technical partners with expertise in working with Tier 1 suppliers, Tier 2 suppliers, and OEMs will be required. In addition, the investment analysis includes information on the manufacturing process, raw materials, and know-how needed for this component. The automotive sector is a priority for the PIF, and they have invested heavily in anchoring and setting up OEMs to catalyze the development of the broader automotive ecosystem. According to a representative from PIF, their investments in this area are essential for realizing the Vision 2030 objectives and building a robust industrial sector. It's worth noting that the automotive sector in the kingdom is experiencing a surge in investment, with notable investments including Lucid's international investment and the subsequent manufacturing facility being built in KSA, as well as the creation of the first national automotive brand in the kingdom, Ceer. PIF is not only investing directly in the sector but is also working with its key partners in the government to execute initiatives that would help enable the ecosystem and build a more robust sector. These initiatives include developing and upskilling local talent, enabling technology research and development, and enabling development of the overall local suppliers' bases in the kingdom. By working together, the PIF, OEMs, and private sector can achieve the objective of creating sustainable automotive sector that generates job opportunities, revenue, and supports the country's vision of a diversified economy. And for investors, the opportunity to participate in developing this critical component for electric vehicles is a unique chance to be a part of the kingdom's exciting future in the automotive industry. Thanks for tuning in. Let's get back to the video. Ceer was launched in November 2022 and is the first Saudi electric vehicle brand. Through a direct sales model, the company aims to design, build and sell the first entirely made in Saudi battery electric vehicles, sedans, and SUVs. Ceer's overall aim is to make electric vehicles mainstream in the kingdom and potentially the wider Gulf, building a brand and a company, igniting an industry, and supporting the transformation of this great nation. Ali Rizvi, program manager of Lucid, shared the exciting news that their assembly plant is on track to start production this summer. The representatives of NIDC and MISA highlighted the significance of Lucid's establishment in Saudi Arabia as the first national automotive brand. In addition, they emphasized the central government's backing for manufacturing projects and PIF's role in driving immediate investments in full-scale manufacturing projects. Furthermore, the executives mentioned that Saudi Arabia is now beyond the planning or attraction phase for the automotive industry. However, they have a dedicated team and multiple government entities working together towards a shared vision and strategy to execute these projects. They also have a structured approach for selecting the right partners to work with, rather than rushing into partnerships as in previous efforts. The kingdom is currently attracting interest from numerous companies in the OEM space, looking to establish a manufacturing hub in the country, which is becoming increasingly recognized as a significant player in the future of the automotive industry. Saudi Arabia's government has launched a structural reform aimed at changing the composition of the country's economy. The move has attracted foreign direct investment and enabled government entities to work together to bring in investments in promising sectors, including the automotive industry. Leading the way in this industry is Lucid, the national automotive company Ceer, and several other companies in the pipeline, including those involved in the production of lithium-ion batteries. But the growth of a Saudi automotive industry will create opportunities across a wide range of sectors, from light and heavy industries to tech-focused ones that supply components for autonomous driving capabilities and connected entertainment platforms. Effective coordination among various entities, including the private sector, is essential to achieve this growth. PIF's representative emphasized the importance of encouraging more local private sector involvement to accelerate the industry's growth in the kingdom. The potential for local supply chains and input providers in these areas is significant. NIDC, which has worked on multiple OEM projects in the past, sees a difference in the current projects. They believe that the coordination among entities is more effective and there is more focus on selecting the right partners to work with. The growth of the automotive industry in Saudi Arabia is set to impact the country's economy significantly. The sector's expansion will generate opportunities in various sectors and boost the country's overall economy. Experts highlighted the potential for Saudi companies to benefit from a new industry beyond just manufacturing. In addition, the private sector can play a crucial role in building a sustainable ecosystem that includes charging infrastructure for electric vehicles, real estate, and infrastructure digitization. The panelists expressed their enthusiasm to work with the private sector on new approaches to these issues. With the automotive sector still in its early stages in Saudi Arabia, the government is taking steps to support these investments and investors. Significant reforms have been implemented to create a more conducive investment climate in the country, including the National Investment Strategy, which compromises the National Deal Flow Committee and National Incentives Committee. These committees are working to identify investment opportunities, assess them, and ensure they align with national goals. To further support the automotive and mobility sectors, PIF is sourcing attractive investment opportunities for the private sector, including Tier 1, Tier 2, and the service industry. The private sector hub, launched recently on the PIF website, has several investment opportunities in the automotive sector and other industries. PIF's team is ready to help and engage in one-on-one discussions with investors. As you can see, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is taking concrete steps towards building a sustainable and attractive automotive industry, supported by solid policies and partnerships between the private and public sectors. So, are you ready to be a part of this historic transformation? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more updates on the EV industry. And that's a wrap. Thanks for watching till the end. This is Fred, and I'll see you in the next video. If you haven't seen Lucid's factory in Saudi Arabia, check it out in this next video.